We now hear from the panel. Our first panelist is Mrs. Debbie Lyons-Blythe, a rancher from White City, Kansas. Debbie Lyons-Blythe is the owner and operator of the Blythe Family Farms, a multi-generational ranch near White City, Kansas. Debbie's ranch includes more than 5,000 acres of native grassland and crop ground and a seed stock herd of 500 registered Angus cattle. Debbie has held leadership positions in the Kansas Livestock Association, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, and is a founding member of the U.S. Roundtable for Sustainable Agriculture and Beef, and more especially beef. Debbie is a vocal advocate for the U.S. cattle and beef industries, and she is passionate about engaging and educating consumers about the positive story of cattle and beef production through her blog, Facebook, and consumer conferences. She received degrees in agricultural communications and journalism from Kansas State University, home of the ever-optimistic and fighting Wildcats. Debbie and her husband are parents to 5 children who also are involved in the family ranching business. Thank you for being here today, Deborah. Please proceed.
Good morning. Thank you, Chairman Roberts and Ranking Member Stabenow, for inviting me to testify today. I'm proud to be here representing farmers and ranchers in the conversation about climate change, and I must offer a quick shout out to all those that are actually at home caring for the livestock today so that I can be here and be their voice. I know you've all heard the often quoted statistic that less than 2% of the American population is directly involved in agriculture today. But do you know why that is? It's because in American agriculture, we are so good at what we do that the rest of the population does not have to work daily to grow their own food. By our improved efficiencies and technologies, other people are free to become scientists, clothing designers, and teachers, and doctors, and data processors, and heck, maybe even legislators. The beef cattle industry has a great story to tell in the climate conversation. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, direct emissions from beef cattle only represent 2% of all greenhouse gas emissions in this country. And a recent study published by the U.S. Department of Agriculture found that emissions from cattle, quote, were not a significant contributor to long-term global warming. That's because American agriculture produces agricultural products more efficiently than the rest of the world. And those efficiencies mean real reductions in climate emissions. Various technologies are helping us produce a safer product that has a small footprint on the environment. One of the technologies that we use at our ranch is genetic testing to identify the best bulls to breed. With a small DNA sample, we can select for those with the best feed efficiency, carcass quality, and growth, as well as other important traits. The efficiency traits directly affect sustainability. An animal who will reach harvest faster and still produce a high-quality product will impact the environment for a shorter period of time. Antibiotics are another technology we utilize to maintain cattle health, in which in turn allows our cattle to utilize feed and water more efficiently. Hey, it's pretty simple. A sick animal takes longer to gain weight and reproduce, and that results in a larger environmental footprint. These technologies, or some like them, allow cattle ranchers to produce the same amount of beef today that we were producing in the 1970s with 33% fewer animals. Along with lowering emissions, ranchers have many ways we improve carbon sequestration. For example, the native grass in the Kansas Flint Hills can grow up to 6 feet tall with root systems more than 20 feet deep. Those deep roots are excellent at sequestering carbon in the soil, effectively pulling it out of our atmosphere. It is vital that we maintain and improve the existing grasslands to keep out urban encroachment. Cattle are the best way to utilize, maintain, and improve those grasslands, and ranchers like me are the reason that they exist today. We also grow crops on our ranch to feed our livestock, and we use cover crops and low tillage methods to keep plant material growing in the fields throughout the year. These practices are proven to increase carbon sequestration. We do it, though, because it's the right thing to do and because it improves our operation, not because we're required by the government. In addition, Blythe Family Farms is a founding member of the U.S. Roundtable for Sustainable Beef, and this organization brought together all segments of the beef supply chain along with allied partners and many conservation organizations to demonstrate and improve beef sustainability. Hey, I'm not here today to tell you that ranchers across America wake up and say, how can I improve carbon sequestration, or how can I impact sustainability? Yeah, those are buzzwords. They don't mean very much in the country. But as ranchers, we have always been focused on conservation, animal welfare, being more efficient, and ensuring that our children and grandchildren will be able to continue that legacy. As my grandpa used to say, leave the land better than you found it. Farmers and ranchers are truly the original environmentalists. In closing, let's talk about climate change policies. We have a simple request to you. Do not support legislation or policies that unfairly target cattle producers. Cattle have a positive role to tell in a healthy, sustainable food system. Cattle ranchers are proud of our history as stewards of our nation's natural resources. The industry takes very seriously its obligation to protect the environment while providing people with a safe and affordable food supply. Thank you.